A new play looks at being in debt over money and love. Lydia Howell has a review.
Some art totally speaks to its own time while aiming to be timeless. In today's financial crisis, the world premiere play Beyond the Owing hits the mark. Aspiring actress Liz and would-be writer Sutton are passionately in love and overwhelmed by college loan debt. Visiting Liz's mother, Ruth, to finish planning their wedding, a secret is revealed that rocks these relationships. Beyond the Owing takes on how debt impacts intimacy, the money we owe, and our emotional obligations. For the play's director, Genevieve Bennett, Beyond the Owing was personal.
In some ways, it was a very self-reflective experience for myself and for the actors involved, because I went to school and I went to graduate school and I accrued a lot of debt, and it was really interesting for me to work on this play, and it really makes you think, okay, were these selfish choices I made, or were these foolish choices I made, or was it right for me to sort of go for my dreams? And I think a lot of those things are in the play.
Sasha Andreev is Sutton, charismatic and practical, a mysterious outsider in the spiraling conflict of the three women in the play. Maybe Sutton can solve the money problem, or maybe he's got a shadier motive. Andreev keeps you guessing. Sarah Richardson plays Liz, an emotional pinball, playful and defensive, angry and anguished. There's real chemistry between these two actors. Delta Ray Giandarno, a veteran actress from Theater Unbound, plays Liz's mother, Ruth, with incredible complexity. Drifty one moment, vindictive the next. The layers of conflict between Liz and Ruth propel the play, and your sympathies ricochet between them both. Another complication is a reunion with Liz's high school best friend, Trish, played by Nicole Devereaux. She's a mix of admiration, envy, that's simmering underneath with contradictions. It's a brilliantly subtle performance. Leif Jurgensen is Mario, the comic wedding planner who loads on even more financial pressure. Director Bennett worked with them all, except Jurgensen, in her Twin Cities Chekhov Festival last year.
And as a director, I'm always work very collaboratively with the actors that I'm working with. I feel like sometimes the best strategy is to assume that I'm the least intelligent person in the room in an effort to be open to all of the other wonderful ideas that are coming from my collaborators, and to realize that because of who they are, they're going to bring experiences and ideas to the table that I never would have brought to the table.
Bennett also collaborated with playwright Malachy Walsh, acting as a dramaturge. And let's give a big shout out to sound designer Elliot Durko Lynch. He makes ordinary sounds menacing and really helps create a suspenseful atmosphere. However, unlike many contemporary plays, Beyond the Owing does not resort to multimedia gimmicks. Rather, it stands on real characters dealing with universal conflicts in a current context. As Bennett observes,
it's a play about the attempt to reconcile what we dreamed our lives would be with what our lives have actually become, and that the sort of chasm between those two things only gets wider with financial stress, and that I think that that's really what's happening in our society in a lot of ways, that there are these huge tragedies that we hear about the news, about the economy tanking and all of those things, but I think there are these small everyday tragedies that are a result of that too, where people have dreams about where they want to be in their lives, and then they look at the reality of where they actually are.
In our money-mad culture, this play ponders the prices we pay for dreams and the cost that cannot be calculated in a credit report. If you've never been to a play, don't miss Beyond the Owing. For the KFAI News, I'm Lydia Howell.